What is up, guys? Welcome back to Overspray. Man, it's been crazy lately for 2020, huh? It's just been going nuts. Stock market is crazy. Jobs are being lost. Homes are supposed to crash. It's just been a crazy year. Anyway, for me, I have not been working on the Project Civic lately. Kind of been at a standstill a little bit. And anyway, I'm actually in the garage today, as you guys can see, because my camera system, my security system for my garage, let me know that something happened in the garage, and now I understand what happened. So my security footage showed me that there was a loud bang, and basically a bunch of stuff fell down. And then I came to this and I realized that this cabinet had fallen, and you could see that the headlight and everything fell on the ground, and this thing just completely came off the wall, and I didn't even notice if it hit my VersaFlow helmet, which it doesn't look like it didn't damage it. And especially this little guy right here, because if it would have damaged this, man, it would be game over. This is a really expensive unit, so luckily it didn't damage anything. But I'm gonna have to fix this drawer that basically fell down. Do you call it a drawer? It's cabinet, right? Yeah, cabinet. So the cabinet basically fell, and yeah, so I gotta fix that. The funny thing is that you don't realize how heavy something is until you have to move it yourself, by yourself. So yeah, this thing is, there's no way I can mount it the way I was mounting it before. I think there was just too much weight on it, and I have a whole crap load of stuff. So you could see, had a bunch of liquids in there, and honestly, a lot of it I don't even use, because I don't do side work anymore in this garage. So I used to do a lot of side work, and I would use this stuff daily. But since I moved here, I haven't really been doing a lot of side work. I'll do here and there, but mostly started doing painting. So yeah, so that thing, I'm gonna have to think of something. I'll probably end up going to like Lowe's or Home Depot tomorrow and end up getting like some L brackets. I'm probably gonna buy 4. So they're basically these metal brackets that would go to the corner of this, and it would be like an L shape like that. So one part would screw to the cabinet, and then the other would screw to the wall. And I think that's what I'm going to end up doing to be able to support the weight, because how I had it before was like no bueno. And basically, yeah, this particle board was basically taking all the weight of all the stuff. So eventually that stuff gave out. So in other news, I have been house shopping a little bit. Not really house shopping per se, but I kind of just been, I guess, daydreaming, looking at houses and stuff. And I came across this house that I wanted to share with you guys because I wanted your guys' opinion. If any of you guys have ever purchased a manufactured home, please comment down below, because I have just, well, that's not all, right? That's not all the information. If any of you guys have ever purchased a manufactured home with a shop, yes, that's right, I said a shop, let me know. Because what I'm looking at here is a manufactured home on its land, right? Its own land. So when you buy the house, you buy the land as well. It's not a land lease. And it's also got like a 20 by 30 or a 30 by 40 or something like that shop on the property. That's what I'm currently looking at and debating whether I should buy it or not. So anyway, sorry my battery died. I had to change out the battery. But anyways, so that's kind of currently what I'm looking at right now, is a house that's a manufactured home. It's a mobile home, but it has a shop on it. And literally you can, and inside the shop, it has 2 rooms upstairs and a bathroom. So I'm debating whether I should pull the trigger on this thing or kind of skip out on it. I'm not sure, but it's going for a decent price. But considering that it's a manufactured home, it's kind of expensive. So this is kind of what I'm teeter-tottering over, whether I should buy it or not. Alright, so besides the whole housing stuff, obviously I'm not going to be talking about housing and showing you how to fix my my cabinet or whatnot. So I have some other news that I wanted to share with you guys. And you guys are probably waiting for a review on the VersaFlow, how to use it, and probably what I think about it. But there's some other stuff I want to let you guys know before I do that. Alright, so when I was painting the side skirts, so you guys know that I've been using the filter that came with the unit, and it is a TR6710N. And I found a couple information about this filter. Apparently they have a huge recall on some of these filters, and apparently they're not as paint efficient as you would hope. And I guess they're only about 90% effective or something like that. There's like a huge recall on some of these filters. So what I come to find out is that this filter is old, and it's actually one of the recalled units. And the non-recalled units have like a little check mark or something like that on the filter itself, that lets you know that it's an updated filter, because I guess they changed the design of this filter to something else. So when I was using this VersaFlow, when I was painting the side skirts over here, I was actually smelling some paint coming through and getting into the mask. And my thoughts were like, okay, maybe I have like an air leak on the hose or something like that. But then I come to find out that it could possibly be the filter. So there's 2 things that I'm thinking. Either because it's a recalled filter, it's not filtering as well as it should, or that I'm using the wrong filter. So I ended up buying this filter on eBay, and this one is for organic vapor, acid gas, and it's a HEPA cartridge for the TR600. The model number is a TR6530N, and this one is a 6710N, which I found interesting because on the internet, on the 3M website, it says that this filter can be used for painting. But like I said, there is a recall on these filters. So I'm just wondering if this filter can truly be used for painting, or if it's just because it's a recall that I couldn't use it, and that's why I was smelling paint. So I literally, when I was painting these side skirts, I literally had to get out of the garage and get some fresh air and then come back. So that was pretty disappointing for me, because obviously this was like a couple of the first times that I've used this unit, and I wanted it to make sure that I was, providing safety for me. But unfortunately, like I said, there is a recall on some of these filters. And if you guys know more information about it, please comment down below so that way I can get the proper information. But as far as I know, what I saw online, they were saying that it has like a little green dot or a green sticker on somewhere on this label or on the filter itself, which I'm not seeing. Let me try to get this off. I'm not seeing anywhere else where that label can be. Hang on. All right, sorry, I got it off. But yeah, I'm not seeing anywhere else where that label can be, and it's not an expired filter because you guys can tell it's expiration 525. So I'm just thinking that maybe this unit was one of the recalled filters. But anyway, so I ended up getting another one, but I don't want to open this because it is a carbon filter, and you can see how much thicker this one is in comparison. It's like probably about as big as the unit goes, as you guys can see right there. Pretty thick. So I'm pretty sure this is the right filter I should have been using from the get-go. So that is the reason why I can't exactly do a review on the VersaFlow just yet, because obviously I was able to breathe or smell the fumes of the paint, and obviously that's not good. This is the whole reason why I got this unit to begin with, was because I wanted, you know, for better safety. But honestly, I think the half mask was doing a better job than the VersaFlow. So with that said, yeah, I'm gonna have to try it with a new filter, because I think that's what the problem was from the get-go. Unless I have like some sort of leak where, you know, it's not sealing properly and it's entering from another place. But honestly, I'm pretty sure it's the filter that's not doing its job. And so yeah, so I can't do a proper review until I get that situated, which I think with this new filter it should be taken care of. All right, and today is the next day, and as you guys can tell, I already put up the shelf, but as you can see, it's pretty tall. Let me show you what I did. All right, so as you guys can see, I did some Mexican-American engineering, and I basically grabbed some shelves, some shelf brackets that I wanted to use. I actually wanted this a little bit higher like this because my idea was to put another shelf right here, and because I kind of need extra storage. Like you could see all these boxes of sandpaper, they don't actually fit in there. And then I got a whole bunch of mess in here. If you guys look, I got like a bunch of different stuff in here, and it's pretty bad. Okay, I have a bunch of paint. I got like a key machine in there because I used to do card keys for a little bit. I got all sorts of paint stuff, primer, base coat, clear coat, propane tank for a torch, glazing putty, mixing cups, a boxing glove. I used to do Muay Thai back in my day, so got some nice boxing gloves, or Thai boxing gloves. So yeah, I got a mess in here. But luckily I was able to kind of just clean off everything that was kind of on here, even though you guys could see that there's a mess. But I basically had all this stuff that fell in the cabinet. I put it all in there. It's kind of organized, but at the same time, when you have too much stuff that's like just generic car stuff, it kind of just mounts up again. So it doesn't matter how well organized you are, if you don't have the space, then it's still gonna look like crap. And yeah, I got quite a few things to move around. Damn. Anyways, and I'm also thinking of doing an old school spray gun showdown with some of these older guns. I'm thinking of doing like a kind of like old school versus like new school, like see if an old spray gun could lay down paint as well as a newer spray gun, you know, like a, I don't know, like a Stilbilbus Techna Pro Light or something like that, you know. So I have all my guns in there, so thinking of choosing one and seeing if the old spray guns can keep up with some of the new ones. That's an idea. Old versus new, you know, battle of generations or something. But That's all in my head still, and I'm kind of running out of things to paint for the most part, because I pretty much got most of this car already painted. You can see the whole front half has been painted, but I still have quite a few more things to go, like the roof and obviously the whole side of the car here, along with the other side of the car on that side. So I guess I'll show you what those side skirts ended up looking like, by the way. So let me grab one and show ya. Oop. And give me a second. Alright, so here are the side skirts. Sorry for the really bad lighting. It's like pretty terrible in here, but let's see if you can focus. Come on. They're not perfect by any means. They got a little bit of dust and stuff. They still need to be polished up. But yeah, they came out pretty awesome for the most part, for not really taking too much time on them. Came out real good, so let's get close to there. See if it'll pick up the reflection. Yeah, so that's what they ended up looking like anyways. And obviously got the other one over there on here. And so yeah, so that's what the side skirts ended up looking like, or at least that one. Let me grab this one. You can see got some trash, got a little bit of dirt nibs and stuff, but for the most part pretty clean. And yeah, something I could quickly just clean up and polish out, and it'll look just as new, just as good as new. A couple of things that I am going to be starting on, and I'm actually trying to pick up some tools so that I can start on the chassis of the car. But as you guys can see, somebody painted the roof with, I don't know if it's spray can or what this is, but I cannot remove it. I thought it was, at first I thought it was, what is that stuff called? Plastidip. I thought it was Plastidip at first, but this stuff is like hard as a rock. And I tried to use like something that would soften the paint, but yeah, it wasn't working at all. The Plastidip or whatever this, I think it's just paint, has hardened, and it's like near impossible to get off. So what I'm thinking of buying, the tool that I'm thinking of buying, is the Eastwood Contour SCT. It basically looks like a, kind of looks like a, what do they call that? It looks like a brush, like an electric brush, I guess you could say, but it takes off the paint. So it uses these rollers, and you basically just take off all of basically the old paint and probably the base coat on this thing. And so I'm assuming that this is going to go down to bare metal. So I also ordered some epoxy primer from the coating store, and that's basically where you can buy the Eurochem paint. So if you're looking for Eurochem paint, you can buy it at thecoatingstore.com, and they have all sorts of stuff there: primer, clear coat, a base coat, all sorts of stuff. All the Eurochem line is pretty much on there. So yeah, so I'm thinking of getting some more tools. I'm also bidding online for a primer gun. I found a Tecna primer gun, a Tecna primer. I forget what the cap is. I think it's a PR30 or something like that. Anyways, it's basically a primer gun, but it has 3 different size tips on it, or 2 different size tips. Comes with the cup. It's like brand new basically. So I'm kind of bidding on that right now, but I don't want to go too much. I don't want to spend more than like $250 on this gun, because honestly I already have another primer gun, and it does good for what I need it for. But yeah, I kind of want to get that good deal on a primer gun, because it's like complete. It's got all the bells and whistles, and for the most part, everyone that I've spoken to and some reviews that I've seen online, that gun is like really, really good. So I kind of want to try that primer gun, even though it's just for primer. Yeah, I get it. You know, it's like it's nothing special, but still want to try to pick it up. So I'm in a bidding war right now on eBay trying to get that primer gun. So anyways, those are some updates that I wanted to share with you guys. So I'm just gonna quickly finish cleaning up in the garage, and I'm gonna call it a night because it is currently about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night right now, and I don't want to make too much noise because my neighbors already hate me as it is. So yeah. Anyway, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know it was kind of out of the ordinary type of video, but hopefully you guys enjoyed anyway. Stay spraying. Catch you guys on the next one.